Yo, what's up, guys? This is Cypher Slacker, and I've got the best pure Supreme King kind of like character deck coming at you. So first, keep in mind, whenever I made this, I tried to make it as close as to what I thought Jaden or the Supreme King would play in the anime, and obviously, I'm a little annoyed, Konami, because I thought that you would print Avion and Bristinatrix in QCR, so that way it would go along with my Neos, and you failed me. Anyway, 1 Neos and 2 of the Vanillas, 1 Malicious Edge, 2 copies of Vicious Claw. This is actually a really sick extender. You just target a hero monster, and then you can special summon this card from your hand in defense position. Really solid card, actually. 1 Infernal Rider, 2 copies of Sinister Necron, beautiful QCR playset of a Dusted Gold. And you're going to notice the theme for this deck is beautiful QCR playsets. Dead End Prison I kind of look at as the deck's best normal summon, because when you're playing Evil Hero on its own, and again, I tried to make this using new support plus specifically what Jaden and or the Supreme King used in the anime. So I'm not playing a Hero Lives, I'm not playing Stratos, I'm not playing anything that the Supreme King wouldn't have used in the anime. Obviously, the support was not in the anime, but it's anime inspired. So just so everyone is aware of that before, Evil Hero Toxic Bubble. Great card, great extender. Infernal Prodigy. And that's the one thing I feel like this deck is not lacking. It is not lacking extenders at all. We have a lot of extenders. We have a lot of consistency actually here, and some combo potential. So that's going to do it for the monsters, and let's check out some spells. So because this is a Supreme King / Jaden deck, we've got triple Super Poly, we've got triple Evil Assault, and we've got triple Dark Contact. If I have to really explain these, Dark Contact is the one that could probably be dropped down to a 1 and or 2, but the fact that you can use both effects on the card, I think it at least warrants it to be ran as 2. Maybe even, 1, because they're not tremendous, but, Board Breakers, 3 Forbidden Droplet, 2 Lightning Storm, 1 Fresh Ulti Dark Fusion, 1 Dark Calling, 1 Supreme King Castle, 1 Foolish, 1 Mind Control, 1 Called by the Grave, and last but not least, 1 copy of Dark Supremacy to round it off for the main deck and off to the extra deck. This is a Supreme King base deck, so we got to have that Supreme King token, baby. Actually on a playset of, again, QCR, Evil Hero Neos Lord. I feel like this card, you can use it self as material for another copy of itself. So I'm playing 3 that guy. I'm playing 2 Malicious Bane because same thing. You could super poly it. You could use it plus one of your opponent's monsters to super poly into him and then make another. So I would advocate at least 2 and 2. Just so that way, if you want to super poly your opponent's board and be that guy, you can. 1 Evil Hero Malicious Fiend. This is here purely for nostalgia. 2 copies of Darkest Night. I think you could probably bump this down to 1. I mean, I don't really think you need 2 of it, but I'm playing 2 of it just to kind of fill my slots with Evil Heroes, to be honest with you. 2 copies of Evil Hero Infernal Wing Backfire. This is basically this deck's version of Infernal Rage, but it is a little bit more open. Infernal Rage only adds favorite cards. This adds anything that lists Dark Fusion, so it's a little bit more open. 1 copy of Wild Cyclone. You're going to look at the next couple of these and think, how are you making that? But you have to remember that Dead End Prison becomes any of the heroes And then if you search the other one, you can make the fusion. So Wild Cyclone, the OG Inferno Wing, and Infernal Sniper. So since I'm playing Avion and Bristinatrix in the deck, these are actually accessible through Dead End Prison's effect. And last but not least, 2 copies of Extra Hero Infernal Devicer. By playing these, this allows me to add either the Avion and the Bristinatrix, and or both. If I don't really think it matters, because this one, it lists both of them, but it says either or. So you can add, and then you can search and then fusion summon. So guys, this is an OTK deck. Is it the best? Not really, I'm not gonna lie. It is not the best, but it is fun when it works. So, Cypher Slacker out.